I guess we can wait a couple seconds for people to join in. Well, welcome everybody to another Castle Cocktails. Well, it's going to be more like Castle Mocktails because for the next month, I'm going to be doing alcohol-free mocktails. We're going to start off tonight. I'm going to do two cocktails, or not cocktails, mocktails. I've got to get used to saying that. I'm going to be doing two mocktails that are already on the Castle menu, and then I'm going to be doing one that I really like, that I discovered that recently that I like. It appears we have someone that joined in. Hello. So, as I said, we're going to be doing mocktails tonight. And yeah, I'm going to start off with two from the Castle, and then one from me. All of which, yeah, and we're going to be doing this throughout the course of the month. So for after this, the next 3 weeks, we'll be doing nothing but mocktails. There's still two more that I haven't done. Hi.
Picking up for Katie?
Picking up for Katie?
It's just gonna be 1 minute. Okay.
So yeah. Where was I? Yeah. So for the next 3 weeks, I'm going to be doing mocktails throughout the entire month of January instead of cocktails. And then in February, we'll celebrate with something a little special. I'm trying to figure out what that's going to be. Feel free to suggest some things that I could do in February. Hi, Mrs. Sherman. Casey, your mom said hi.
Hi, Mom. Thanks for that, guys.
Yay for mocktail. Yes, we're going to do.
Hi, Mom.
Okay, so yeah, we're going to be doing mocktails. I'm going to start off with two from the Castle. If you want to order any of these mocktails, order on the Toast tab in the link in the corner. toasttab.com/thecastlebeverly.com. And then, yeah, we're going to start off with the Beholder's Tears, which is a really interesting mocktail, but it's really tasty at the same time. So we're going to start off with 1.5 ounces of grapefruit juice. There goes 1.5 ounces. Do 1 ounce of, I think that, yeah, that's lime juice. 1 ounce of lime juice. 1 ounce of simple syrup. And this is where it gets kind of interesting. We're going to add a very healthy pinch of kosher salt right into the tin. I'm going to grab a rocks glass and fill it with ice. I'll mess my tin too. And we're going to shake it. So if you want to order this is the Beholder's Tears. You can order it on the toasttab.com/thecastlebeverly.com. And as always, if you want to share your support with me, you can tip your bartender on my Venmo at Steven-Rude. All right, so we're going to give this a nice hard shake just because there's a bunch of citrus in there. You don't want all that acidity. I need strength. I'm going to pour that right into the glass. It's going to fill up about halfway. We're going to top that the rest of the way up with soda water. Add a little bit of fizziness to it. I know not everybody is doing a sober January, so I'm not going to leave you guys out. I'm going to make suggestions as to what spirits will go really well in these mocktails, if you want to do an alcoholic version of them. But just for the time being, we are doing strictly mocktails. So if you want to have it as a mocktail, obviously do that. If you make these at home, post pictures of them and tag the Castle on Instagram, Facebook. And yeah, if you want to order this is the Beholder's Tears. I'll put the link back up again. toasttab.com/thecastlebeverly.com. So that is the Beholder's Tears. Okay, just give me 1 second. I'm going to rinse this out real quick. It's very easy to rinse out. You just got to fill it up with water and shake it.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next mocktail we have is the Gilgari's Gimlet. The Gimlet is already a very popular template of cocktail, and usually it's made with gin. So if you want to make just a normal Gimlet, do exactly what I'm about to do, but add gin to the shaker. So we'll start off with 4 cucumbers directly into the tin. And when you shake this, the cucumbers are going to get crushed up in the shaker, and then when you pour it out, you'll get that texture. We're going to do 1 ounce of lime juice. Actually, we'll do that. We'll do 1.5 ounces of that. We'll do 1/2 ounce of simple syrup just to sweeten it up, bring the balance a little bit. And yeah, like I said, if you want to add booze to this, gin works really well. When we did the Avatar: The Last Airbender trivia, we did the same thing but with tequila. That turned out really well. We called it the Saka's Peyote, which was really, really delicious. Rum will work really well. Vodka will work really well. Any light spirit. Hello! Ellie joined in. All right, so I'm gonna add ice to the shaker. And if you want to order this, this is the Gilgari's Gimlet. Toasttab.com/thecastlebeverly.com. And again, if you want to support me directly, you can tip your bartender. My Venmo is @Steven-Rudin, right there in the corner. So I will add ice to the shaker, shake this up. And again, if you want to make this cocktail at home and show us, please do. Check the castle. All right, I'll go put ice in the shaker. And we're also going to want a rock glass. I'll put ice in this as well.
There you go. Okay, thank you. Thank you, sister. Thanks.
Okay. So because there are cucumbers in there, you want to be a little bit more aggressive when you shake this, just so you can really crush them up and get the chunks of cucumber in the drink. So I'm going to shake it a little more aggressively. And I'll do somewhat of gated pour. Strain some of those chunks out.
Chunky.
Chunky. There we go. And then what we'll do is I have some leftover cucumbers right here for a garnish. I'll put some cucumbers on the inside of the glass. The thinner the better. The thinner they are, the easier it is. Let's see if I can find a. Yeah, that's fine. All right, and then I'm gonna go top this one off with soda water as well. And that's the Gilgari's Gimlet. I'll add a couple stirs to that. Okay. So we have the Beholder's Tears and we have the Gilgari's Gimlet. And if you want to add booze to either of these, for this one, I'd probably recommend either gin or vodka, something a little more neutral. Tequila might be really good too. You might have, it'd be kind of like a Paloma, which is basically, it's like a tequila grapefruit cocktail. And then with the gimlet, rum gimlets are a thing, tequila gimlets, gin gimlets, vodka gimlets, mostly gin gimlets. I've seen a lot of gin gimlets. Thank you. Here, I'll show you what Carlin said. They look very nice with the cucumbers in the glass. I agree. I think that adds a lot to it. When you shoot cucumber, it adds a really refreshing flavor to it. And if you have the cucumbers as a garnish, it just makes it a little more flavorful. It visually impacts the flavor because then you'll know the cucumbers in there. So
it looks pretty solid now. That's good.
There we go. So if you want to order either of these mocktails, this is the Beholder's Tears, which is available on toasttab.com/thecastlebeverly.com. And same with the Gilgary's Gimlet, also available toasttab.com/thecastlebeverly.com. And if you want to tip your bartender, you can support me directly on my Venmo at Stephen-Rudin. So we'll move on to the final cocktail, and then we'll try these. So just give me 1 second. I don't think we're going to, no, we're not going to need this shaker, so I'll put this aside. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to need the fluted glass. I'm basically just going to make a lavender lemonade, but I'm not going to use lemonade. I'm going to use lemon juice, water, simple syrup. But instead of using normal simple syrup, I'm going to use Monin lavender. So we'll start off with that. We'll do 1 ounce of that. And you don't want to agitate this too much because you're going to see a really cool color gradient going on. So we'll move on to lemon juice. I'm just going to cap this. We'll do 1.5 ounces of lemon juice. And again, you just want to be super careful when you pour, because again, you want that gradient. Do another 1/2 ounce. There we go. See, we already have that layering just because of the way the sugar content, like there's a lot of sugar content in the lavender juice, lavender syrup. So it's floating to the bottom, whereas the lemon juice doesn't, so it's floating on top. So I'm basically just making a lavender lemonade. If you want to buy this cocktail, just put in one of these cocktails. They're both around the same price, and just type in lemonade in the notes, lavender lemonade in the notes. So let me go grab some ice, and then I'm just going to top this off with soda water, and that'll be it.
How did I know?
Because if I have do this, you know. I bet they can.
Okay. And as you can see, we got that really cool gradient. What we're going to do, I'm going to pull out a straw and just kind of lightly stir the lemon juice in with the soda water. And that way that basically just becomes a sparkling lemonade. And then I'm just going to agitate this a little bit. Not too much, just enough to give a really nice gradient. There we go.
So colorful.
I know, isn't it pretty?
You got orange, green, and purple.
Yeah, like a pinkish. Yeah, it's pretty orange.
All look like they're the same color.
Ben colorblind moment.
Oh, is Ben colorblind?
I cannot tell the difference.
That's really
between
funny.
the colors of those 3 colors.
No, Casey. Casey, who's sitting at table 1 right now, I'll put the caption up right here, said, "Stir it good." I will not stir it. Actually, I might actually.
I will not stir it.
I will not stir
He
it.
refuses.
Yeah,
I
you're doing
refuse.
it now.
So again, if you want to order the lemonade, you can put in either of these mocktails, and then just type in lavender lemonade in the notes, and I'll know what you're talking about. So we have a sparkling lavender lemonade. We have the Gilgary's Gimlet, and we have the Beholder's Tears. Now, yeah, and if you want to tip your bartender, you can support me directly on my Venmo at Stephen-Rudin. Now, like I said, for this one, I'd recommend either a neutral spirit like vodka, or maybe you could use something a little more flavorful like gin. You could also probably put tequila in there, and you would have basically a La Paloma, like a really salty La Paloma. Then we have the gimlet, the Gilgary's Gimlet. Gin gimlets are really popular, but you can put literally anything in there. I'd recommend a rum or a tequila or gin, maybe even vodka. And then for this, I'd recommend either gin or vodka. Gin and vodka go really well with lemon. So, at least in my opinion, you can put whatever you want in there. So I guess the next step is to give these all a try. I've had this one recently, and it was a little too sweet for me. Oh, yeah. So because of the salt, it kind of dries your mouth out, but once it dries your mouth out and you get the juices on your tongue, it just kind of quenches what? It's a good thirst quencher. It dries up your tongue and then just quenches your thirst, I guess. Flavor-wise, you mostly just get grapefruit and lime. It's really good. Not entirely my favorite, but it's really tasty. Yeah, I like the saltiness, and I like what the grapefruit does to it. It's just a little too sweet for me. And if you want to order it, go to thecastle.com, toasttab.com/thecastlebeverly.com. That was the Beholder's Tears. That's probably where the name comes from, is the salt in the drink. Okay, so now we'll try the Bilgari's Gimlet. I've never had a proper gimlet before with gin or whatever. I'm assuming it'd be really good. Like if you like gin and tonics, yeah. That one's really good. It's not too sweet, but it's pretty balanced out with the lime juice and the sugar that's added to it. And yeah, because of the cucumber, it just tastes really refreshing. It's like cucumber water basically. And I am a gin drinker, so assuming that you want to add gin to this, I think this would be really good. It does taste like not quite like a gin and tonic, just because there's no tonic water or quinine in there, but because usually you have the lime with the gin and tonic. I'm sure that would taste really good. Yeah, that one's my favorite so far. Now, I've never made this on a live stream before. I've seen a bunch of bartenders do this. I've gone to a couple bars and I've actually ordered this for other people just because I heard it's really good. I've never personally had a lavender lemonade before, so this is my first time. I'm gonna try lavender lemonade. Cheers. It's just flowers and lemons. It's really good. It's not too sweet. It's more floral than anything. In fact, I think gin would go, like, if you got like a really citrusy gin or maybe even a really juniper-y gin, it would go really well in that. It would bring out like a lot of the floral notes of the gin. So I guess if I was to rank these from favorite to least favorite, I'd probably put them in like that. But everybody's taste buds are different, so obviously you don't have to listen to me. They're all good, objectively speaking. This one's really good. I'm just not too crazy about grapefruit, so that's just my thing. If you like grapefruit, you'll love this. The grapefruit and the lime play really well together, and yeah, the saltiness kind of makes room for it to quench your thirst. And if you aren't doing a sober January and you wanted to make these, or you wanted to buy them here, have them sent over to you, you can order it on the Toast Tab and then just add your own spirits when it gets there. This guy's really good. Like I said, it's a lavender flavored lemonade. It's just really floral, and the floral notes from the lavender plays really well with the lemon. I'm sorry. Casey, come here. Come here. Tell them what you just did.
I had one of the Japanese sodas with the marbles, and I smacked it, and then it decided to fizz up and spray everywhere. So, yeah.
Casey,
You're telling me I missed that?
come back
Yeah,
here.
you did. I'm going to the
No,
basement.
no.
Oh.
What are you?
An idiot cocktail?
An idiot teeny.
Oh, an idiot tea. There we go. That's even better.
So that happened.
What was the splash radius on that?
I don't think it was huge, but it was loud.
It was very loud.
I'm sorry.
At least said brick.
I'm sorry for sabotaging you. Oh no.
Oh no, your phone.
Oh, as well.
So yeah, the floral notes taste really well with the lemon. Moving on. Yeah, if you like flower-y tasting things, you would really like this. In fact, I could see someone like maybe infusing gin or something with tea and then adding tea to this. That would be really good. Maybe like a Earl Grey or something. You would have basically like a chilled London fog-esque cocktail. Maybe I'll try that. I used to make like an Earl Grey flavored gin. Like I would take a bottle of gin, put some Earl Grey tea bags in there, and just let that steep overnight. Usually I'd mix that with like pineapple juice or something, which was a really good combo. You could probably do the same thing and then just maybe add like a float of the Earl Grey gin on top of that. I bet that would be really tasty. I don't know. I'm just making suggestions. And then yeah, this guy was my favorite. It's just really refreshing. Like it yeah, it just feels like you're drinking like a really fancy cucumber water. So out of the three, this one's my favorite. This one's my second favorite. And then though it was still really good, this one is probably my least favorite. But that's just because, again, I'm not a big fan of grapefruit. So if you want to order any of these mocktails, we have the Gilgari's Gimlet right here. Thank you, Carlin. Very fun stuff. I'll be doing mocktails throughout the entire month of January. So if you have any suggestions for mocktails you might want to see me make, I can take a look into them. Feel free to leave a comment on this or shoot a message to the castle, and I'm sure it would get to me. Meanwhile, I'll just be doing mocktails, 3 mocktails a week for the next 4 weeks, including this one. So right here we have the Gilgari's Gimlet, and then we have the Beholder's Tears, both of which are on the castle menu, and you can order at toasttab.com/thecastlebeverly.com. And if you don't want either of those, I have the lavender lemonade right here. You can order either one of these cocktails. I believe they're the same price. If not, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, and then yeah, just type in lavender lemonade in the notes. And then yeah, if you order any of these or if you make any of these at home, tell us what you think. Feel free to post photos of the mocktails or cocktails that I've made in the past. Doesn't matter which. Feel free to post any of the mocktails, in this case, that I made on Instagram and tag the castle. And yeah, tell us what you think. So thank you guys again for joining me. Have a great night.